Hi guys, welcome to the very first episode of Q&A with Sehli. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Sehli, and so I thought it would be a great idea to just come here and connect to you guys more intimately through our Q&As that we'll be doing every single week on Tuesdays. Okay, so let's get started. I'm just checking my lighting. I think it's a little bit too bright on my end. I think it's okay. I hope you guys can see me very clearly. Okay, but so let's continue. So the question for today is, I thought it would be wonderful to answer the question I get very often. And that is, why did I delete my first YouTube channel? So for those of you who don't know, I had a YouTube channel maybe like a couple years ago, maybe a year ago. It was like a year ago. I had a YouTube channel and I just basically did affirmations and everything, and it was very valuable. But yeah, so today I'll be talking about just a little bit of my story and why I deleted it and started a new one right here. I think I started this one like a month ago. Yeah, so this is what happened. A couple years ago, I went through my own personal identity crisis. I went through an identity crisis. Excuse me, there's just something. I went through my own identity crisis a couple years ago, and I basically dealt with a lot of feelings of unworthiness and, who am I? Why do I feel like I don't have power to have what I want? Why do I feel like I need to follow a system? Why can't I just do what I want? Like, who's in control of this world? And I really felt like I didn't have power to speak up for myself. I felt very powerless in a lot of situations. I didn't know who I was. I was still literally doing my whole self-discovery thing. I felt like a lot of feelings of guilt because I felt like, well, this is what I want, right? And what I want is different from other people. Why is it that I can't have what I want? I felt guilty for wanting what I wanted. I felt like because it's just so different from what everyone else wanted. Like, I'll tell you this. From a very young age, I've always wanted to help people. I didn't know what my purpose was at that time, but I always felt like I just want to help people. Like, I want to help people become better people. I don't know what my purpose is, but I just want to help people. Like, that was just my vibe. And it wasn't I didn't really know my purpose, and it was just so different from what other people wanted. And so I felt guilty, and I worried so much about what they would say about me and think about me. So I was dealing with a lot of that. I felt like I was like, well, if God gave me my dreams and my vision and my purpose and my talents, why can't I use them? Why is it so hard for me to use them? Like, what's this whole thing that's going on? And I went through my own period of, I feel guilty. I feel bad for wanting what I want. I feel bad because of what people think about me, and I'm worrying too much, but I can't stop overthinking about it. And so what happened was, through that energy, through that time, that's when I created my YouTube channel. So this is the thing though about it. The things that were in there, like the videos, were actually pretty good. They were okay. But it was just, for me, like, more about the energy in which I started it. Like, for me, it was more of an escape route, not this thing of wanting to help people like that. I didn't want to help people. I did want to help people, but I started it because I didn't want to deal with what was happening around me, like in my external world. I felt like I don't want to feel this feeling of feeling guilty or feeling low or feeling unworthy or feeling like I have no voice, feeling powerless in a situation. Almost every situation, I just felt so powerless. I felt like I can't do anything about this. Like, this is just what it is. But why do I feel this thing inside of me that just believes something different? Right? So I started my YouTube channel, but for me, it was more of an escape route because I didn't want to feel what was happening. So I was also more on kind of looking at the numbers. So I was like, okay, for this video, how many likes did I get? What were the numbers and stuff like that? And just so I didn't like the energy. And so that's when I had to feel like I had to pause and just go through my own awakening, and I had to reclaim my power and just face what was going on. Also during that time, I think I purchased a couple of courses, books, I got some mentors, and I realized some things about myself. And I realized that actually I am powerful, and I had to deal with what was going on. And the real fight wasn't in the external world, it was inside of me. So once I awakened, and once I realized who I was like, oh my gosh, I actually do have power. You know, it's so crazy. And so I decided to delete my YouTube video. Firstly, because of the energy, like I was burnt out. I remember waking up, posting a video. I could post like 3-4 videos in a day in one day, literally. Like I didn't have any balance to it, and I was just like producing while I was going through this thing. So I deleted it because I felt like, you know, I'm awakening, and when the time is right, I'll get there. But I want to do it with love, with peace, with knowing who I am, you know, like with the intention to actually help people, not just look at the numbers and how many likes I got and stuff like that. So yeah, I just went through my whole awakening, and I had to reclaim my power. And it was a journey. And so I opened it. I started a new one. This is a new one. And my previous one, I just did like affirmations. Again, one thing I'll say about that one is I did it because that was the trend. Like, who doesn't listen to affirmations? So again, I didn't really know what I was doing, but I just wanted to escape what I was feeling. And so I did affirmations. The funny thing is, I don't even listen to affirmations like that, but I was just doing it because I was just following people, you know. And so I'll tell you this, it does take a lot of courage for you to just look within and to do what you feel is right for you, and to be the flow, to create your own trend, to create your own market. It does take quite a lot of courage. And I'm happy I'm at that place where it's not like you just look at the numbers and stuff. And it's just like, well, this channel basically is just for, it's deeper than inspiration. I don't want to just say it to inspire you. I want to help you transform, because the chances are you feel powerless. You're in a situation or situations where you feel powerless. You feel like you have no voice. You feel like you can't do what you want. You feel like you are restricted. You feel like you're limited. And this channel, and I have a business, I have a website and a whole online business. I have workbooks, journals, notebooks, checklists, courses, all about reclaiming your power, reclaiming your identity. That's what made me want to start my own business, my own empire. And that's just my story about it, you know. I just felt like I also want to help women reclaim their power, because the truth is you are powerful. And for me, the only reason why I felt defeated was because I didn't know who I was. Once I found Sehli, I found power. Do you know what I mean? Like, once you find who you really are spiritually, awakening to who you are is where you find the power. And again, the real war isn't outside, it's internal. And there's this quote by Rumi, such a fantastic person, that says, yesterday I was clever, I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I'm changing myself. And that's what it is. You change external circumstances by changing yourself. Period and blank. Finish and claw. Like that's just the gag. So yeah, well, I guess that's it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me. See you again next week. I'll make sure to just put the links down below for just my website, my Instagram page, if you guys want more content about that. Thank you so much for joining me. See you guys next week, Tuesday. And yeah, by the way, if you do have questions, just you can DM me on my Instagram on my business page called Sehli's Empire. Also check out the resources that I have on my website. Yeah, so let's go.